I want to first of all just assure each and every one of you that there is something here for everybody. You come here, you're not sure what it's going to be about, what are we going to be doing. There is something here for all of you. Whether you are just beginning your journey, or you have been on the journey for a while, or you're done and you're eating your way, there's something here for each and every one of you. So sit back and enjoy your morning.
Doesn't just take 4 weeks to get rid of what you've put down your throat for such a long time. I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say to you that if you deviate from fat loss lab, you're wasting your money, you're wasting your time, and you're disempowering yourself. The more you deviate, the more difficult this program becomes. The more you deviate, the more difficult this program becomes. Eventually, it will be so hard you will not manage your own body. Your body will grow, and it will grow, and your head will grow with your body, because your head and your body are going to play mind games with each other. If you want to succeed in this program, stop making excuses.
So where to begin? When I was 26, I was 5'6" and at my healthiest adult weight, which was 58 kilos. When I was 35, I was 5'6" and I weighed 91 kilos. I went from a dress size 10 to a dress size 16 over the course of 10 years, and this happened, I could say almost without my noticing. And I wasn't happy, about the weight loss, but I spent 10 years making excuses about, gaining weight. My work schedule is too busy to get to the gym. I don't really have time to cook elaborate meals because I decided that eating healthy means cooking elaborate meals. And so, I made every excuse in the book, and as I made excuses, I continued to put on weight. My poor mother, would tell me, Bobby, that's not your body. You need to work with that. And you should have the way I am. And so, what happened is, I became very defensive. The few people that, were brave enough to tell me you need to lose some weight, realized just how defensive I could be about it. But what I didn't realize is that was all my self-esteem suffering. And if you had told me, 2 years ago that my self-esteem had taken a nosedive because of my weight, I would have said no. Because I've always been probably, one of the most confident people that I know. But then I came to realize what it is that I became very good at acting as if. I became very good at putting a shield, a don't care shield about myself around the weight loss, around all the issues that came with it. And I was the first person that I pulled about my weight. So in 2013, was it 5? Was the opening? Yeah, then I attended the launch of Fabulous Lab in 2013. That was in May. And I met and listened to all these amazing stories from men and women who have been on the journey, people at various stages of the journey, and who were losing weight. And I realized, I can do it. I can actually do this. And I'll tell you, one of the other things that gave me an excuse is I'm a very fit person. I love exercise. I love working out. I'm a thrill seeker. In 2013, I ran a half marathon. I went bungee jumping. I went, whitewater rafting. And so, because I'm such a fit person, I convinced myself, what? I don't struggle with fitness. I'm a fit person, and that's okay. I'm fit. And so I locked myself into a false sense of, I'm okay. I don't need anything. This is the way God made my body, but it wasn't. And so in 2013, I decided I'm going to do the Fat Loss Lab. However, it took me 1 year from decision to action. And it was, yes, feel free to laugh at me, I laugh at myself too. In retrospect, I'm glad I took the time, because I'll tell you something, and can I be brutally honest with you? I sit here and listen to all the reasons that people fall off the wagon, and I was completely unsympathetic. I was completely unsympathetic with every excuse that led to me. And the reason I can say that is because in retrospect I realized I spent a year going through every excuse in the book. Every single excuse I heard today, I went through it in a year. But when I was done, I was still fat. When I was done, I myself, and so finally I got to the point where I was ready, and I called Kara up and I said, I'm ready to do this, let's go. And so I'm proud to be able to tell you that I didn't deviate from the program once. People at the office, my friends, outside of work, family, will ask me, how is it going, how are you doing, how much have you lost? And you just find that there's hardly anyone that's asking you, why are you doing this? There are a few people that do that, and I'll talk about the voices of discouragement and dissent. But first, let's talk about the places that you find help. So the thing is, don't feel shy or ashamed or self-conscious to say, yeah, I don't like the way I look, I don't like the way I feel, I'm on a weight loss program, and this is what it involves. Because you'll find that 90% of people will actually be supported. It costs them nothing, it costs you nothing, and it gives you a world of support. Before I went into my 2-week free-fall stage, I weighed 58 kilos. At the end of my 2-week free-fall stage, I weighed 57.2 kilos. Wow. I actually lost weight when I wasn't weighing myself, wasn't weighing my food. And you know what that did for me? It addressed every single fear because number one, it broke the dependence that I thought I had developed on the weighing scale, because it gave me the confidence of knowing that I actually can control myself. I can listen to my body's satiety point and know I'm full, I've had enough, so stop eating. I learned to listen to my body when it tells me, this is yuck, and those 2 weeks were so important for me, because what it did is it put the power back in my hands. It let me know that I'm in charge. It's not me, the weighing scale, that's done this. And the final thing I'll tell you, ladies, gentlemen, when you get to your size, if your goal is to get, well, not your goal to get to a size, but you've gotten to your goal weight, you're a size 10, please don't keep a size 12 and a size 14 and a size 15 in your goal just it gives you the comfort of, I don't have anything to wear today because my person is size and I have a size 12. And before you know it, you'll be back in the size 15. So nowadays I say, pick a size, stick with it. So I got rid of everything in my wardrobe that was a size 10 or was over a size 10. And so it's upon me to know that I can and know that I will stick with the size that I got into and not give myself allowance to be comfortable, because I put a little weight but I still have a nice dress to wear. I put a little weight but I still have a pair of pants that goes in, so it's okay. It's really dangerous to keep things in your life that will lull you back into that false sense of security. I think that's everything I have to say.
We want you to be motivated. For those of us who started the journey and somewhere along the way we're finding we're struggling, we want you to get back the inspiration and the motivation and the reinvention to get back on the wagon and begin to lose your weight. You have invested in a wonderful program, you can make it, but you will need to be disciplined and you will need to get back your heart into what it is that you'd like to achieve. What we don't want to do in any one of these forums is sit around holding hands and have a pity party about how we deviate from our program. We will not do that. We're not going to talk about how we're deviating and how hard it is. Yes, it is hard, but every good thing we must work for it. Yeah? So we need to agree that we're going to be here to inspire and to be inspired. Yeah? Get back on the wagon, let's lose our weight.